Hey everyone, welcome back to Shelltastic Crafts. Um, Today I'm going to be pouring two different molds, both by Julie from Pouring Your Heart Out. This one has a rose border, and I'm going to color in all those flowers with chrome powder. And this is a marine one. So it has fish, it has starfish, it has crabs, etc. So I'm going to take bunch of colors and I'm going to color all those in, whereas this is just going to be one color. And then I think I'm going to do a 3D bloom in the middle of them. That's what I have planned, at least for now. So I'm going to start, get my brushes out, my clean brushes. A couple of them. Took me a while to clean out this mold from the last time I used it because of the fact that when it comes out, it doesn't necessarily pick up every little piece of the chrome powder. Even though it stained my mold, that's not a problem. It doesn't matter. But there are little areas where I find that there are leftover chrome powders from the last time I poured it. So I'm trying to get those out. I went over it a couple of times and got all of it out and dried it up. And now I'm going to start. Guys, I'm back. And boy, was this tedious. But it's going to be well worth it in the end. I actually turned this one over and I had fully cleaned it. And then more powder came out, so I had to clean it again. And this one, I used all these different colors, so that was quite tedious to do and then clean and clean. But like I said, once the product is done, it's done. And the chrome powders are so vibrant that they just look beautiful. So I really do prefer this method. And I'm going to mix up some tabletop resin. I'm going to put some down and then do my 3D bloom. I picked cerulean, forest green, yellow, and orchid. So I'm going to spread those inks and hopefully I will not be disappointed with the flower after it's done. I hope to God it comes out good. So I can cap all of these, which, oh my goodness, I have so many open. Anyway, I'm going to do that off camera and I'm going to mix up some resin and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. Mixed up some resin. I hope I didn't mix up too much, but I kept quite a bit out, maybe like an ounce or two out for my white. And I decided on what are my favorite colors, but this time I'm going to use Bria Reese. I just got these and it's Kelly Green, purple, and pink. Mix them up on my mixer for a minute. Make sure there's no sediment on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to pour, and if I find one more thing in my mold, I think I'm going to cry because every time I turn around, I feel like I'm cleaning it out. Anyway, here goes, guys. Oh boy, I think I mixed up way too much, but anyway. Okay, and then for this one, you don't want it full. You want it maybe half full so that you can get your inks down. Let them spread a little bit. If I need more, I have it. But for now, I'm just going to do that. Okay, and because I can't really put this in the bubble remover, you don't really have that much time. Oh my God, I can already see my chrome powders coming out. Ugh, okay. Just going to torch it, get all those bubbles out. Kind of glad I'm doing a 3D bloom because now that the chrome powders seem to be coming out, that's a bubble in there that refuses to come up and pop. So let's try to get this sucker out. Okay. Now what I use for my white is the Ocean White by Let's Resin. It's resin pigment, so it is quite thick. And basically for every ounce of resin you have, this stuff is very heavy. So you don't want to use more than you need, otherwise your ink will drop. And what I basically want to do is just put 1 drop per ounce. So that's 1. And hopefully I won't squeeze out a whole bunch. Come on. That's a nice drop. Okay, let's see how that goes, and then we'll go from there. And this resin is quite thick to begin with. That's why it's best when you do a 3D bloom with it. And that's perfect. That's more than enough. Very white. Just mix it up really, really well because again, it is a pigment paste. So you don't want any unmixed pigment in there. Otherwise it can drop or it can just settle into your piece and it won't cure right. Actually, what I should be doing, and I'll mix this again in a few minutes, is dropping my inks. See, that I don't like, but hopefully it'll be hidden. If you notice, the colors kind of looks cool actually with all the colors coming. Maybe it'll add to the... All right, so which color do I want to start with? Let's go with, I think I want to do the pink in the middle. I've never used these inks before, so kind of want to see how they spread. Wow, that is spreading. And I want to do a few drops of green. One, two, three, four, five. So far, let's see how that goes. And if I need to add more ink, I will. Wow, these inks do spread. Wow. So basically what you want to do is just let them do their thing and just spread. So I'm going to leave out the purple. And basically what I'm going to go to with this one is I'm just going to do the pink in the middle and the green. I think those will look nice with the red. Another dot in the middle and another dot here. Oh, I like the way those are spreading actually. Wow. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So if you want to add more ink, you can. I just add less first and see how it spreads. And then if I want to add another drop or two, then I do. The purple is definitely very, very purple. And I don't want to see a few bubbles and I want to pop them before they become an issue. Okay. The green, not that quite sure of on this one. That's a little bit better. And then I want a little more in the middle here. So basically, see a hair there? Yes, I do. Get it out. Where you go further, there's one big bubble. Okay. And what you basically want to do is you just want to take a tool and once you're finished, you can kind of merge them together and make it sort of like that pattern. Okay, that one out. Again, I want a little bit more of the green in there. I feel like it's going to get lost. That purple is really vivid. One more pink, two more in the middle. And even though the purple is vibrant, I want it to spread a little more. Darn. So basically what happens with resin and with a 3D bloom is everything is going to want to suck into the middle. So we'll leave that alone for a minute and go into swirling this out a little bit. Okay. Okay. Once I'm satisfied that that's good, I'm going to start taking my white, which somehow incredibly, oh look, another hair. My goodness. Okay, so mix it up a little bit more. Again, I don't want my white too heavy because I don't want it to sink. So by doing only those 2 drops is more than enough, because they can't be more than 2 ounces of resin in here. Absolutely not. So what I do is I like to start pouring in circles. Sometimes I use a piping bag. Right now I'm not. I'm going to go in circles. And you want to make your line, oh, I hate when it goes squiggly, thick enough that you're going to see it when it spreads, yet not too thick. Try to blend that in. Same with here. Go as far out as you can and try to merge it at the end. Not sure if that's, I don't want to put much more, but these white lines are much thicker. I hope I'm not making a mistake here. Just want a little bit more. No, I'm not going to do it because I have a feeling it's going to drop. Anyway, I'm going to say take that same tool, and I'm going to do what I always do with my 3D blooms. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. And then I split that again. And then I'm going to start and make that in the middle. Oh, this is spreading nicely so far. 12, 6, 3, 9, split it in half, split it in half, split it in half, and split it in half. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to swirl it right in the middle. Okay. I like the way the white's spreading already. This is taking a little longer, but that's okay. I'm liking the way it looks. I am going to torch out many bubbles. There are many because this resin is thick, so you kind of got to watch it and pop them as they come up. Again, you don't have much time to work with this and you want it thick, but at the same time, you don't have that much time to put it into a, maybe a vacuum chamber, but not so much a bubble remover because mine takes 10 minutes to take the bubbles out. Still see something floating in there. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Notice I don't really use a giant torch. I use a mini torch. Some people use long neck lighters. But again, always be careful with your alcohol because you can set your mold on fire if you don't be careful. Like if you spray this with alcohol in the back, then I would not torch it. So I'm deciding to torch the bubbles out as opposed to spraying it yet. I want to get most of the bubbles out, and then what I can do is I can spray it when I feel comfortable the majority of them are out, because as this keeps going, it's going to keep rising. But I like the way the white is spreading on the outside. I wish it spread a little bit more. This one looks like it's going towards the end, but I'm hoping the white in the middle did not really sink to the bottom, and we'll see it on the other side. But I mixed up way too much resin, so I'm going to have to find something to put. Oh my goodness, I have 4 ounces. Okay, can't use it now because this does not need a top coat until the first one's very tacky or half cured. So I'm going to figure out what to do with it, and I will see you guys after I put the top coat on. Hey everybody, I'm back. Came to demold these 3D blooms. I used the rose red chrome powder just to mix in with a little bit of resin to back this up. And I used the blue on this side because I really love the color too. I'm kind of nervous. Only because I spent a lot of time coloring all those beautiful edges on both of these and all the cleanup, and I'm hoping my flower came out good. Anyway, we'll see. So one by one, we'll start over here. This was the rose one. Please let it be okay. Please let it be okay. Okay. Just a little bit of cleanup. Most of the chrome powder came out. Not bad. Put that to the side. And I'm going to take this one out and do a big reveal. Okay, not too bad with that one. Okay, so let's turn this around and see. Okay. It wouldn't have been so bad, but I did get a little bit of, well, it's kind of a cool effect though. You can see that. The ring light not bothering you, but it really does look 3D and it looks really, really cool. I just wish I didn't have all these blobbies, but definitely an interesting look. Not bad at all, but definitely 3D looking. Can you see that? That's very, very cool. And I like that I don't have the blank spaces because I backed it up with the same chrome powder. So actually, I'm not too unhappy with that one. It still gets a 3D effect. Not too shabby, but the droppage. Okay, and this one, a lot of droppage. But again, 3D effect. But you got a lot of pink in there and purple. Feel like I definitely lost any green that was in there. I can only see a little trace of green in here. But the rest was really overtaken by the pink and the purple. But the edge came out fantastic. If you notice that with the chrome powders, the edge came out incredible. Well, the fish, starfish, it did come out beautiful. And again, no blank spaces on the sides. But this is a really cute tray. Not too shabby. But again, the drop is just what I'm not happy with. It does get heavy. Maybe next time I'll just use a drop of the white. Because I think sometimes when you put too much white in there, it could drop because it becomes very heavy. But overall, not that bad. It's still centered. And this edge came out absolutely perfect as well. Beautiful. Do have to say there's no bubbles. Not on the edges, not anywhere. It's absolutely beautiful, actually. Gorgeous. And this one too. So again, the painstaking work on the outside, I just find it's so much better to do it before, and makes it look really cool with all the colors on the side. And the chrome powders are just so vibrant that it really makes it look pretty. So overall, I'm not too, not totally happy with them, but I'm not totally unhappy with them. How about that? Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and like and subscribe, and please share if you feel the content is worth sharing. It would really help me out. And good night, I guess, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.